I'm Lumoria Lynn, and recently I just hit 1k on YouTube. Since I hit over 1k on YouTube, I thought it would be a good idea to go over how I was able to get 1k in maybe the span of a month or literally just under or just above. Throughout this video, I will be showing my analytics on YouTube and Twitch to make sure that everything is very honest and it's not like the type of videos where it's like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, and like you don't see anything. I'm specifically going to go over things that I personally did. This is no way supposed to like immediately help you, and if you do watch this video, please do not expect to like immediately grow. As a VTuber, I was set to debut on the 16th of August of this year, and before my debut, I did start promoting my debut on the 20th of July. So that does give it nearly a month before debut that I used to promote, and then now at the time of recording this, it is the 3rd of September, meaning that it has been less than a month than that, and that is in the amount of times I've managed to gain 1k subscribers. This could also be applied to other platforms as well, as I've already reached 1k on TikTok as well. I've only been using and streaming Twitch since the 16th of August, and since then I've been able to hit Twitch affiliate within my first 4 streams, and since then I nearly have 200 followers. During this time period on YouTube, I've been able to gain a total of 155.3k views, 1.2k watch hours, and obviously 1k subscribers, and this is through multiple things, through videos, YouTube shorts, and also live streaming. I'm gonna go over things that I did before my debut and after my debut. However, since this is applying to indie VTubers and people who are trying to be independent, you do not need a debut. And I'm gonna say that here. As a indie VTuber, you do not have to have a debut for you to grow, and it does not apply to every VTuber. The before debut part does not have to apply to everyone. However, I recommend that if you're going to start streaming or uploading videos without any promotion at all, I do think it is very important personally to have somewhat of a promotion of your very big video or like your very first live stream before you debut. I'm going to put a list of things at the side of the screen about things I'm going to go through before debut. Are VTuber models actually that important? This question can actually be answered very differently, but they somewhat matter but also don't matter. I personally noticed throughout my time of streaming and uploading on my videos, many people have come to my channel because of my model, and that's because they want to draw fan art of it, they really like how unique it is, and I think this is kind of somewhat of a reason why. This is not to discourage anyone who does not have like a budget to get a VTuber model, because really I do not have a budget to be spending 300 to 200, 100 on like anything, not even a VTuber model. Like this VTuber model that I got, it was less than 100. Before you get into VTubing as well, and especially you are thinking of your brand, your name, your concept, I think it's very important to realize how VTubing is in the year of 2025, especially as VTubing back in like 2020 to 2021, it was definitely more niche, I would say, but compared to now, the community has absolutely like exploded. So VTubing has become very saturated recently, and in a way of like, there is a lot of competition, there is a lot of big VTubers out there already that people are watching, so you need to give a reason for people to actually see your channel and come to you. When figuring out your brand and your concept, I think it's very important to figure out how you're going to be able to stand out to an audience that are going to want to actually watch you. As a VTuber, I feel like some people expect that if they want to debut as a VTuber, they have to be like this, and this just because of big corporate VTubers or also very big indie VTubers. It is a very good thing to take inspiration from these big VTubers, as you are able to learn from them since they are big for a reason. However, if you are starting indie, you shouldn't take all inspiration from these big VTubers, because then if you start taking inspiration from these big VTubers, then you start getting like 20 views like in 3 months, then you're just gonna feel demotivated, burnt out. These big VTubers, even if they are indie or behind a company, still have people behind the scenes working for them, and if you are especially starting, you're not gonna have a whole team of people who are gonna be fucking editing your videos, making shit for you. Like most of the time, indie VTubers at the beginning, they are doing this by themselves, and unless if you do have a team helping you, it'll be very difficult to try and stand out, especially if you're genuinely doing everything by yourself, which is like me. All my content and everything, I do it by myself. I edit by myself. I make ideas by myself. Everything I do is just by myself. This is why it's very important in the early days to not compare yourself, especially to company VTubers, as once again, they are behind a company and they do have help behind the scenes as well. After going through all of this, I also think it's important to mention that personally for me, I think starting your YouTube channel, it is your personal choice. However, I think it is more beneficial if when you start VTubing that you already use a YouTube account that you've had for maybe at least a few years or a few months. This is because if you immediately create a new YouTube channel and you start uploading YouTube shorts like bang, 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 YouTube kind of just like not pick it up, and YouTube might think that you're a bot, meaning that your YouTube reels will actually not be pushed out into the algorithm just because your account is new. That's why I think it's important if you have a YouTube account that's at least 3 months old. Promotion for me was a very big thing before I debuted, and I think being able to promote my debut was actually one of the biggest factors of why I was able to hit 1k subscribers so quickly in this amount of time. And this is because I was not only just posting on YouTube, but I was also posting on multiple platforms as well, this being TikTok and also Twitter. I also think if you're going to be a VTuber and you are mostly going to focus on streaming, if your PC is able to handle it, or if you are interested, I think it would be very beneficial if you do try and get into multi-streaming. This is when you are able to stream at the same time on YouTube and Twitch and on any other platforms. I've seen so many VTubers being able to grow as they are able to stream on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Kick, Twitch at the same time, meaning that you have like different audiences from all of these apps. Personally, I think the big two would be to stream on YouTube and Twitch, and both of these do have different potential. So what I found is that from Twitch, you have a higher potential to earn money live from Twitch compared to YouTube. But however, for YouTube, there is a high potential for you to earn more money through VODs after your stream. Before my debut, it can be seen on my channel that I posted multiple amounts of different YouTube shorts, and even though these were all supposed to promote my debut, I did not mention my debut in maybe any of them except from 2, which were towards my debut day. This is because if you make every reel you make just about your debut, people are gonna be like, oh, like she's only trying to promote her debut. Do you know what I mean? There were some examples can be seen here and here on screen. This one here was me promoting my debut. However, this one here was completely not related to my debut at all, and you can see the difference. It's kind of crazy. This one has this many views, however this one compared to that one has way more views, and that wasn't even about my debut, but I was still able to attract an audience, and people didn't even know me just because of this video. One thing I can also say about TikTok and YouTube shorts is that the first 3 seconds of your videos are very, very important. You can see in this video once again here that even though I was promoting my debut, the first 3 or 5 seconds of the video, it was me being like, I'm debuting on blah 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 blah. However, on this video over here, it was me talking about VTuber face reveal. See, the difference is that when people see the debut one, they're like, oh, is this another VTuber debuting? But when you look at this side, it's like, oh my god, like VTuber face reveal? Oh my god, we never get these. Like, obviously, yes, the video was clickbait in some way. However, this is what is able to attract people in. Apart from uploading YouTube shorts and also considering multi-streaming on different platforms, it is very important to interact with the community before you debut or decide to post. I found this very important. I used to watch like a bunch of videos before my debut being like, how VTubers should debut or what you should do, and most of them were like, oh, you should go on different apps, websites and try to create new friends. And I was like, oh, I can't be bothered to talk to these people, bro. I'm busy. I'm trying to make my debut. But I didn't realize how important this shit was, bro. If you're not interacting with people in the community as well as people who are in your community trying to comment on your reels, your TikToks, and people are like, oh, she don't give a fuck, bro. She don't give a fuck. I think a big example personally for me was that I only use Twitter. However, I also think platforms like Reddit and Discord are very good for being able to be interactive. And I don't mean going into these apps, websites and servers to be like, hey, my name is blah blah and I'm debuting on blah blah, and then you don't say anything else, because then people are like, oh, she's only here to fucking promote her shit, bro. Like, she don't give a fuck. Like, if you actually take time out of your day to talk to these other VTubers, they don't even have to be VTubers, they can be anyone. If you just take time out of your day to interact with this anyone, it actually makes a very big difference. People are able to see how you are like, what you're trying to do, and it's anything like that. This is most of the things that I did before my debut. Most of what I was doing to promote my debut was to make sure that I had a specific date and that I was uploading YouTube videos and also YouTube shorts to be able to help boost my brand out there. And I recommend doing this for maybe about, it's honestly your personal preference, but I did this for maybe a month before my debut. The effect of YouTube shorts can be very visible, as YouTube shorts is the way that I'm able to gain most of my subscribers. It can be seen that through this screenshot here at the minute, YouTube shorts has been the most biggest for gaining subscribers. This can also be seen for views here too. So here you can see shorts. I have 127.3k. However, for my videos and live streams, they are definitely a lot more different. Now you debuted, or now you posted your first video. What should I do? Well, here are some tips that I did that after my debut was able to help me grow more. When I debuted, I was able to get 250 plus subscribers, and now I have 1k. So this is what I've been able to do to grow since that time. For YouTube videos, I think there is a very important aspect to how you specifically upload your video. There are multiple settings that I think you need to take into consideration, otherwise YouTube may not push your video out into the algorithm. I think one of the most important things of uploading a YouTube video onto YouTube is actually the name of your file. And I know that sounds fucking stupid because it's like, oh, no one's gonna see that shit. Well, YouTube does take that into consideration. Other important settings that I recommend for uploading YouTube videos are just these little various things. So I definitely recommend for your videos to not press if your video is made for children. Otherwise, then people cannot comment on it. It's made for children. These other settings that I think you should untick, there are some boxes called automatic chapters, featured places, and automatic concepts. So automatic chapters are basically when YouTube uses a AI to give viewers like different sections of your video, and since this is AI, it specifically might not be very good, and it might just potentially fuck up your video. And featured places is basically, it says help viewers explore places in your videos. Guys, if you don't want to get doxxed accidentally, untick this if you don't want people to find where you live. And also automatic concepts, it just say experiment low key. There's just no fucking reason to have this shit. I can't even lie. Like, I don't even know what to explain for you not to have this. I just untick it. Tags are also very important actually. I recommend having the amount of tags out of the 500 word limit to be around about 450, 460. I would not recommend having the full 500. These are things that I also use. I also think, especially if you are uploading a YouTube video as well, it's important that you have an end screen. This is so like your end screen can be reels and things like that. It just means that when people click onto your video, they can just click back onto another video of yours, meaning that if they enjoyed the video, they could just click on another one, because some people are lazy bums, and I admit I can say that because I'm a lazy ass bum, bro. All of these same settings can also be applied for YouTube Shorts, but obviously I recommend that when you upload YouTube Shorts, that you upload them from your phone first, and then if you are able to have a PC or a laptop or anything like that, you are able to then go back into the settings after you upload this and then do those settings. These are once again very important for the reach of your reel. And I would also recommend what you would do is that after you've uploaded like your very first big video onto YouTube, you are then able to promote that video through YouTube Shorts and TikTok, especially through YouTube Shorts, where I would recommend maybe about 2 or 3 clips from that specific video, especially if you're planning to like not upload for a while. If you are planning to not upload daily, space these out in like maybe like 3-ish, 2-ish days, because like obviously it is very important to stay consistent and have motivation. And it's also very important as well as YouTube Shorts has a feature where it has related videos. This means that if people see the shorts from their YouTube Shorts and they want to watch the bigger video, they don't have to once again click onto your channel because they're lazy bums. They can just click from the YouTube Short and it will immediately take them to the video. And this is how most of my videos, I think, actually are able to gain traction and views. I think the most important thing to take out of this, personally for me, was that to not expect yourself to grow absolutely fucking immediately. Like when I first started promoting before my debut, I would say that my videos were actually not doing very well in the YouTube algorithm. I was getting maybe like 10 subscribers for like maybe 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, like I'm a flop. But you will see that if you are able to post consistently before your debut, like you will see a change if you do put the consistency and time and effort into it, as well as motivation. These are very important things that unfortunately you will have, and there will be times where you do experience burnout, because I have experienced burnout already, and I've only debuted maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, but it will inevitably happen. It is very important that you are able to stay consistent, and I think this is very good, especially if you are live streaming, to have a schedule where people are able to see when you are streaming. It does eventually take time, but you will see a difference. You can see here, I started posting on the 20th of July, and through then it was just like a long flat line ever since then, and also the days before. And you can see as it like time goes on, maybe like towards the end of July, it then starts going up, and then all of a sudden you can see from this one video that I uploaded, the YouTube algorithm absolutely loved it, and you can see the line just absolutely shot up immediately. day. And you can see from then, there has been nothing since then, but the line just going up. It doesn't have to be a huge line. It could just be a steady line. And there will be times when like it eventually does go down. You can't expect every video to do well, but once YouTube actually picks up your videos, it should then start putting most of your videos out into the algorithm if you just keep doing what you're doing. These are personally the things that I have learned and that I have done throughout maybe my month and a half worth of just doing YouTube live streaming and debuting. So obviously this may not work for everyone, however this is what worked for me, and I still continue to grow every single day. So make sure you take into consideration what I've put, and also don't flame me if this doesn't work for you. Don't please don't flame me, don't flame me.